These have not been released yet. So the black boxes have been used up until this very next drop. So you're going to get the first view over here.
It's always the same stuff. It's stickers and it's certificate of authenticity. What's coming in the box, man? I'm glad you chose that one for the box.
Dude, that's so funny. Yeah. Should I? No, I will. Who cares? So I think people know about these variants, but I'll show one.
My man WEGS, what's good?
How's it going, man?
Loving life, man. Where are you located, by the way?
I am in Tampa.
Beautiful when it's not raining. Does it ever not?
Yeah, right. No, I'm near Tampa. I just moved to St. Pete, actually, which is 30 minutes away, and it rains here a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a lot. So who are you, man? You're hot in the scene. You got a massive following. I love what you have going on, but tell us who you are.
I'm WEGS Art, but my real name is Nathan Wegner. That's kind of where WEGS comes from. People started calling me WEGS in high school. It just kind of clicked, so I used it for my art name. I'm 27, and I was born in Minnesota, but I only lived there for like 2 years, and then I moved down here to Florida. That's kind of where I've been my whole life.
27, man. Ugh, that's so young.
Yep.
You're passionate, bro. Good for you. Tell me about your background. When did the art journey begin? I mean, you're only 27. It feels like it could have started like yesterday.
So it started, I mean, I've always been creative growing up, but it really started in high school. Got to high school, we had two options, music or art. Music meant band or like choir, and wasn't my thing. So I went to art, and I was like creative anyways, so I was going to do art. Went to art, had a lot of fun with it, realized I was pretty good. Got to call, so I took it all 4 years in high school, which was a great foundational standpoint for me. And then I got to college. Nothing really, I don't know. I was just doing classes. I think I was in business management, but I just didn't, I don't know. Nothing felt good. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to do something. I don't know. Somehow I remembered I used the art. I'm like, let me try this. And I saw this artist. His name is Vex, Vexx. He kind of inspired me. I saw him on social media. And if you look, he kind of does a doodle vibe. It's kind of where I got my inspiration. And I was like, you know what? I can do this too. So I just started drawing my own stuff and posting on Instagram every day, trying to gain some traction. I was doing that for a while. And then COVID hit, and we had to leave school, and then it was like full force. So I was at FSU. So I was there working on that. We had to leave, and then somehow during that time, a couple months, I gained big following on Instagram, doing just drawings, different things, trying to figure out what I wanted to do still. And then, crazy enough, I have a big time musician, rapper. His name's Lil TJ. I'm not sure if you've heard of him. He reached out to me and asked me to work with him. And so I ended up, now I'm junior year of college, building my Instagram, working on it. So I drop out, I go move out to LA with him, work for a year, start doing some design work, different things for him. That was awesome. It was super cool. But my own personal art and career felt a little stagnant. It was getting a little stagnant while I was working from out there. So after a year, I kind of split off, got back home, started working on canvases. This is around 2022 now, maybe 2023. So I'm working on canvases. That's my main thing. Canvases, trying to push them out there, get, selling canvases. It's going decent, going good. And then, like I said, Kix Stradamus. I don't know if you sure people have heard of him. Reached out to me and wanted to do a collaboration. And now I looked at his page. I see these art cards. I'm like, dude, this is insane. I'd never even, it was a community or a thing I had never seen or heard of. And it kind of blew my mind. I was like, this is so cool. And for me personally, I have these big canvases. I think you see one back there.
Yeah. That one.
They were cool, but I personally was looking for different ways to produce art, my own art, all this different, just looking for different avenues because the canvases were good, but I always want to expand. So he hit me up, and now I see these art cards. We do the collab. It went awesome. We did the Monopoly card. I sold my AP over here. Love the design. Some of my faves. And that went great. And then he invited me to a card con in Orlando. Went there. He kind of showed me the ropes a little bit. And I felt I could do it too. He kind of inspired me to do it too. And I had the hype from the Monopoly card, and I just followed off that and pushed, and kind of brought me to where we're at now.
Kix is the man. I had him on a little bit ago, man.
The man.
Sal's the man.
Yeah, he's the man.
What I love here, man, is because people talk all the time about trying to inspire others and trying to show them the ropes. And
Yeah.
but I love that you're here to talk about what that collab did for you, man, because
Yeah, man.
it's a beautiful thing to see, man, because you do great work, he does great work, and you combine together and just accelerate each other's paths, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the start of it all. I have him to thank for that. I probably wouldn't be, I probably, I don't know if I would have ever seen the art cards or what would have happened. So I have him to thank for being in part of the space and now being where I'm at. It's awesome.
Incredible, man. I have to ask you a direct question because I want to know the answer, man. Are you the best doodle artist in this space today?
Uh, Yeah, I don't necessarily know if I want to label myself the best. I think everybody does amazing work. Truly, like all the different card artists that I see, every single one. I mean, I've done my exploration from the big guys down to the little guys. I believe the two artists that it would be the doodle artist would be me, and then there's another one, Jack Ack Art, I believe.
Yeah,
I've
Jack
seen
AC
his
or
work.
Jack Acker, yeah.
His work is awesome. I think we're both killing it in our own ways. If you haven't seen him, check him out. Awesome. Am I the best, man? I don't know. I guess that's for other people to decide.
You got a really strong following. So, how long ago did you break into the card art scene? How long ago was that with Kick?
So I believe we did that collaboration in early February, and that was the start of it. So now it is October. It's gonna be 7 months.
Yo, you've taken off, man.
I'm doing my best. I felt as soon as I started, it felt like it was my calling. So man, I ran with it. Ran with it.
7 months is crazy because I joined this scene in like June ish,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, here are the top players in the game, and they just rattle them off, and WEGS was in there. Boom, 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 boom. WEGS always came up in every conversation. For you to have only been in the game for whatever 3 or 4 months at the time I was asking those questions is wild. Good
That
on you,
is
man.
that is crazy to hear. Actually, I mean, I'm grateful to be
Yeah.
in the name in the running with or what people think. That means a lot. I
And
mean,
it took me a minute to get my first piece of yours because I was committed to getting a piece from everyone, and obviously I just
yeah,
like your work anyway. And I don't remember when Man of Steel came out. It had to be more recently than June. I feel like months passed. I
it
couldn't
was
get
for
a
a while.
piece of yours, man. Your following is insane.
It started off strong. It was awesome. It started off strong. I mean, I did the pack. I just for my first was the Pac-Man. I had maybe 20. So I always started with the. Oh no, I didn't. Sorry, I started just selling the cards like normally on a website. First come, first serve. You buy.
Okay, yeah.
I had maybe 20 people on the 30 people on the website on my very first drop ready to purchase. So it was awesome. I only had 10 cards. So, 10, 30 people, I'm awesome. So then I go to the next design, Pokemon card. That one people loved. Drop it on the website. There was like 100 people ready to go. To me, I was like, oh my gosh, holy cow. This is getting quick. I was like, okay, that's a lot of people in my pet. I was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it kept getting fast and fast and more and more. So I mean, ever since then, it's been pretty hot. It's just every entry, there's at least a couple hundred. I mean, on the small side, 100 minimum, 120 ish. But yeah, I mean, it's been hot. So I do my best to like allocate around correctly or whatever, but it could take a little minute to get a piece. It all depends.
Tell me how you do your submission process. So you're working.
Yeah.
You're one of the few artists that are still working sort of in a submission window. Piggy Banks
Yes.
is still running it. You're running it, and you have extended hours sometimes. And I remember one time you put it out. You extended it to midnight, and I still
Yeah.
missed it.
So
I put it in a video waves. I was like, you extended it to midnight and still missed it.
yeah, so I had to start the submission process because I people were like somehow able to buy multiple before other people when I was doing the normal process. So I had to switch. Like, okay, I'm gonna do the submission process so I can help um deter that as much as possible and make sure people are able to get cards. So I switched to the submission process, and that is you fill out a form online. If people don't know, you go on my website, you fill out a form, and I know I have international collectors. Because of that reason, I like to try and keep it open for a little while. Sometimes it can vary, but I like to maybe keep it open till midnight, so people might wake up in the morning if they live across the country and have an opportunity. I don't want this to like be something where if you live across the country, you have to wake up at 2 in the morning every time to potentially like have a chance to get a card. So I like to leave mine open for a little while. And also still trying to grow. Like I don't want to be like so hard to get the cards. Like it's only open for an hour or something like that. Like maybe that'll grow to that's what it needs to be at some point. But for right now, I like leaving it open for a couple hours to maybe even 6, 7 hours. Leave it till midnight and then pick the submissions and send them out in the morning.
How do you pick them, man? Take me through that process because I've always said that has to be a very hard part of the process for any art.
Yeah. It's really tough because I mean, everybody wants the cards, and I want to get everybody the cards. I mean, it's tough to every drop I have to people are upset, and and they know I'm so here's what I've found to be the best in my opinion. So people can submit a file, like a image, if they're a good collector, if they are a collector of that said genre. So it's Mario, like a big Mario collection, they can post a picture. So I do my best to sort through those, and I look through people's. You have to tag your Instagram as well. So I do my best to look through that stuff and see who is a genuine collector of that genre, and I'll make sure I pick some of those people. But obviously, I'm not just gonna, like, let's say right now there's 25 cards. I'm not just gonna pick 25 Mario collectors if it's Mario. That's not. I mean, anybody
Yeah,
could want Mario.
absolutely.
So I pick a couple. Then I do I have a thing that puts them in a randomizer. I'll do a randomizer for like 8 or 10 and pick those. And then I try and look through. So I have a question where it's what's the last wedge drop you hit? And that kind of helps me to, like, if it's been a while, I can see, like, if you're like, oh, I haven't hit since Superman. Well, Superman was 10 drops ago or whatever. I can be like, okay, I want to make sure you get a card. So I do my best to try and make sure it's not too long. Everybody kind of gets, I don't know if you'd say, a fair amount, and then people
Sure.
can kind of,
Spread the love a little bit.
yeah. So I do my best to spread the love to everybody, basically. Get new collectors in and keep old collectors. It's all important. So, but
So,
it is not an easy process.
so this is the hot seat, man. I've implemented the hot seat, which is a bunch of violent, direct, rude curveballs. Are you ready, Ways, to get in the hot seat?
Hit me with it, man.
You play sports when you were in school?
I did. I played soccer.
All right, good for you, man. Who's your soccer goat?
My soccer goat would be Messi.
Yeah, facts. Messy all day long, man.
Messi all day, man. I
I
have a
figured you were a
respect.
sport guy. When you said band and didn't want to get in the choir, I was like, this guy's a jock. That's who he is.
Soccer all day. And I always love sports, man. Yeah.
So I get my first Man of Steel piece.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a comic guy, I'm not a Marvel guy, but Superman's my guy, right? If I had to choose the GOAT of the superhero world, mine's
Yeah.
Superman. All
Okay.
day, every day. I get my first WEGS piece. This comes in the
Yes.
mail, right?
Yep.
And I open it. And by the way, it's like I'm rubbing it off, man. Man of Steel's rubbing off. Now, I saw recently you upgraded your packaging. And I open up and I'm like, the piece is epic. The piece
Yes.
is epic, Wags. I'm like, this thing's killer. I pull
Yes.
out my cert. It looks like your business card. And because I'm critical, Wags, this is why it's a hot seat.
Hit
I
me
was
with it.
like, man, you have a killer following. You've got killer art, and we need work here. But
Yeah.
I hear, rumor has, you put some work in, man. Tell me about it.
So I started working with box company, and it took a little longer than expected. So I was hoping to have these sooner. But we are. So first I was doing the boxes that you saw, and it was fun, personal. I spray paint it myself. I write on it.
Yep,
So I
yep.
guess it can be fun, I guess. But yes, you're right. It needs to be better. So I worked with the box company. I can actually show you here.
Yes.
So this is, these have not been released yet. So the black boxes have been used up until this very next drop. So you're gonna get the first view over here. I'll let people know if they want to see. They can come to the podcast. But so we got a new box here, upgraded. So we got a nice box here.
Yes. Wags.
Okay. And
So what's up, man?
we have multiple colors too for depending on the drop. This is another color example. We got and then inside here. Hold on, sorry. So you got the phone.
Yes.
There's something gonna go here. I don't need to say exactly what that is yet. There's a couple more nice goodies that are coming in the package. Now this is gonna be in the very next drop. These are gonna be implemented. So we're
Yes,
we're
Wags.
upgrading the packages. Things are getting better and better. I'm excited to implement these. It's gonna be a cool part of the
Those are
collection.
gorgeous, man. I saw you change
Thank
your
you.
profile pic. I don't know. I used to comment on your profile pic being
Yeah.
your
I
shirtless ab wielding self, and then
yeah, man. I used to
WEGS logo. I'm glad you chose that one for the box.
dude, that's so funny. Yeah, no, I used to have pictures of myself, and then because I don't know, some artists are like secretive, and I've never been that way. I like to,
Yeah, yeah.
like, you can see on my Instagram, I post stories of my life, what's going on, my
Oh yeah.
family, different things. I mean, you're always gonna learn about me through my story. It's kind of just how I am. So yeah, I used to have pictures of myself, but at a certain point, a month or two ago, I'm like, you know what, I already have a logo, but I'm like, I want a profile picture that can like resonate more and
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
so I changed it to something fun with the logo, and then again recently changed it to orange to
I
like just
saw, man. I'm doing these weekly reviews, and I put your logo in there. And I'm changing. I spend more work on your logo in my weekly reviews than I do the rest of the stuff combined.
I've actually been watching your podcast. I like it a lot. I'll be working, I'll throw it on. I've been watching the different but yeah, so I saw that. I thought it was funny. You're like, I'm with you, Legs. I see it. It's pretty good. But yeah, so I'm just changing colors with like the season, fall orange through orange back
Yeah,
there. Why not?
I like it.
But it's always gonna have that logo and the, so it'll be something recognizable now, whether it maybe changes color or not.
I love it, man. So you invested in boxes, which I love to see, man,
Yes.
because I've always said it's something about when you get it, you just have a feeling. We always talk about Apple
Yeah. No,
products.
yeah.
You get a feeling of what's inside. Like your quality, man, is epic. I'm glad the box got an upgrade. But rumor has you've also upgraded more stuff, man. Tell me about what you got going on.
I got a brand new printer. I got a brand new printer that can do a lot of new stuff. Here, I can actually get some stuff to show you here. I think you've seen the glass variants I've been dropping the last couple months. Have you seen, or last two drops? Have you seen those?
Saw the Otani,
Okay, awesome. So I got a new printer that has a lot of capabilities. I'm excited. Here's one of them.
which is showing up in tomorrow's weekly art beat. It's coming
Yep.
tomorrow. It's
Switching
gonna
it up.
show. It's gonna show that Otani piece for sure.
Oh, awesome. Yep. So we're doing glass variants now. Here's one of them. I can show. Hold on, let me turn this light up a little bit.
I don't
There
think
we
I've
go.
seen this one.
So we can see fully see-through, tons of different layers. So we got this on the very front.
Yeah.
Money is on the very front. Now the next layer is the desk in the suitcase. Sorry, I'm trying to get the glare. And the next, and the monocle is also on that layer. So the
Okay.
monocle is above the
Above the face.
Monopoly. Yep.
Yeah.
And then the back layer would be the Monopoly and the label. So it's pretty cool. How it's made. There's a lot of layers of depth there. So you can see fully through. It's awesome. And it's something new I'm doing. And then I got a lot of other new stuff up my sleeve. But this printer has a lot more capabilities. That's not the only thing. So I'm excited. There's gonna be a lot of new uh variants and just different things rolling out in the next weeks and months. So I'm super excited for
How
that.
do you find this stuff, man? Like when you decide you see other artists printing on cases, you like I'm just going to Google this. You collaborate with other artists. Like how do you get there?
So I've always been somebody that is like, I'm gonna just figure it out. I'm gonna just Google, just research, do whatever, ask somebody. In this case scenario, actually, funny enough, I reached out to Jack Ack Art because I saw him print a card that looked really, just the way the printing was like super cool. I don't even know which one exactly was, but it was super cool. I reached out to him, like, dude, what printing are you doing this on? Because I currently only had a certain style of printing. I wanted, to
Sure.
upgrade. So
Yeah.
he sent me the company. I've looked into some different stuff and ended up with this one. Now I don't necessarily know if he's printing on the cases yet, but I looked into it and found my own thing. And so I guess if I need to find stuff, I'm not afraid to reach out. I'll ask whoever. So
Yeah, yeah.
when I went and looked, did my research, asked him, and he brought me to a company that I ended up getting a printer from, and
That's
it's
sweet, man. I
awesome.
saw some of his pieces. I don't own one of his yet, man, but they look sick.
Yeah, they're badass.
They do look sick. I got to tell you, man, in the world of doodles, I feel like printing on the case is going to take you to uncharted territory, man. I think it's
Oh,
going to be
dude.
sweet.
Oh, dude, I'm excited. I got a lot of ideas flowing. Yeah,
So do
it's
you
gonna be
do
awesome.
art without doodles or are you straight doodles all the time, man?
That's become my thing. It's always been my thing. So it's just doodles. I in some way incorporate the craziness. I'll start with something and then usually split it in half in some way or some cool way. Add all these crazy other things. So you're looking at the art and you're constantly finding new stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool.
How do you decide what doodles go in, man? I look at some of the pieces. I'm like, where the heck did this guy dream up these particular doodles, man? How do you decide what doodles go in there?
So it's So it's either one or the other. I'll either make it themed towards the piece or just go crazy with it. Just whatever I think of, and then I'll just get inspired by different things. So like, there's some pieces like I don't know, like the Avatar piece. If you look at that, it has all Avatar elements in the doodles. And then there's something you look at. And then there's something you look at. I'm trying to think. The Spider-Man card where it's like split his face kind of like this. That one, like no theme to it. It's not a spider. It's just random. And I think people like enjoy both. I've heard
Yeah. Yeah.
feedback that people enjoy both. Some people are like, oh, I love when it's themed, and some people are like, oh, I love when it's crazy. And I get a Spider-Man piece and I find a Ninja Turtle in there. It's like, why? That's and I find Pikachu or whatever. Like people love both, so I like to do both. Inspiration just comes from I don't know whatever I don't know. I just it come whatever I
Whatever you're in
think
the
of.
mood for, man.
Yep.
Whatever you're in the mood for.
It's whatever I'm in the mood for. It's kind of just off the
Whatever
top,
Wig says goes. You're getting a
off the
Ninja
top,
Turtle with this piece. That's what it
off the
is.
top.
You're also doing commissions, man. And I said in one of the weeklies, I'm like, what? Where is your time, man? You're splitting time between art cards, and now you're doing these. You're back to canvas, and then you're
Yeah,
making canvas and turning it into art pieces, like the wrestling one for Diamond Joe.
yeah.
What are you doing? Talk us to what's available these days.
So, what is available these days? So, obviously, we got the art cards. Those are dropping. It's going to be at least once a week, not too often. Most likely once a week. Maybe every once in a while, twice a week. But, we don't want to do too much. Other than that, we got art cards, and then I do have canvases available on commission base. You can reach out to me through DM, and I have canvases. But now, since we've been doing the art cards, the time for canvases has dropped a lot. It's been a lot more difficult. Not difficult. It's been just a new process figuring out my time with like, okay, now I have to do this on top of the canvases, but they are still available. You can always reach out, and depending on the line, usually I have a line of a couple, but depending on how long it is, we can get a deposit in and get situated on a canvas. That's always an option that's available. And then you never know. Okay, so if you want your canvas to stay just a canvas, I'm always good with that. But you never know. We could also turn it into a card drop. So you never know. That might happen. That happened with Diamond Joe's canvas. I thought it was a cool design. And then he also was like, dude, if you made this a card drop, that'd be sick. So it ended up working out that way. So you never know. But that's mostly what's available. We got canvases and then the art cards.
Okay, you have a standard
Yeah.
cost on your canvas pieces.
Right now, for a canvas this size, pretty good size, 2 by 3 foot, is 3,000.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice,
that's standard price.
sick, sick. And you're on the drops. You're at what, 200?
Yes, and well, I have not announced that yet, but I'm not. I'll share whatever here, because I'll be sharing it pretty soon. The price is going to go up to 250 with the new packaging, so we do have a price increase coming. But I think it's gonna be well worth it. And there's a lot of good stuff coming inside, a lot better. So we do have that coming. But
You
yes,
said there's a
I am.
spot for something inside. There's a spot for something inside. What's it? What's on the inside, Wigs?
Who knows?
Who knows?
You're gonna have to get a piece and find out.
I always wondered this, man, because artists, when they do drops, the variation is a secret. My wife, by the way, hates this. She doesn't care. I like to pretend she hates it. She hates it. She's like, how are you buying something you don't know what variation you get? I said, I'm buying the art. I don't care if it has glitter or foil or refractor or diamond. I do care. But in the end, I don't care.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But also, there's something to be said for some surprises in the box. Why don't artists put other stuff in the box, Wigs? It's always the same stuff. It's stickers and it's certificate of authenticity. What's coming in the box, man?
Let me just say, I've thought of some good stuff. Okay, it's not just stickers. It's not just the certificate. Now I do have a good certificate coming, but it's not just those things. So we got some fun stuff coming. That I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave a surprise. I'm excited for people to get the box.
Man, I'm hyped for it. And I'm with you on the price increase, man. I think it's overdue for you, if I'm speaking frankly, because one thing, and I told everyone, I say it in all my videos, I'm not here to talk about market prices and whatever, what things they're doing in the secondary market. But here's a blanket observation I made about your stuff. When people hit your stuff and decide to move it on secondary market, they price it through the roof. Every time. Have you noticed that, man? I see people hit something and they're like, I don't know, for sale, $8,000. For sale, $800. For sale. And then, sometimes they go down if it's a less desirable piece, but their starting ask is.
I have seen that, yes. I'm gonna be honest, it's surprising me too. I'm new to this space. So coming in here and seeing that is the case, part of it's cool, seeing my art. It's like, wow, people value it at that, that's amazing. But it's also like just was just mind blowing. So it was crazy. I couldn't even.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Uh-huh. Yeah,
it was
there's some
it was pretty
artists I
crazy.
see, man, that where there's such a discrepancy between the drop price and the secondary price that it's inevitable you're going to move up. Now you're combining it, you're moving your price increase with an upgraded packaging, which makes total sense. But there's a delta. I'm going to tell you, which you already know. There's a delta between what you're dropping at and what it is on secondary, which is healthy. You're not in a race against it. I'm just
Yeah,
pointing
no,
it out.
yeah.
Just pointing it out.
No, it is there, and I'm not really at any, like, as you can see, I cut my price from the beginning. I have had a lot of people reach out to me and be like, dude, you should be upping your price. I always had the plan to. I feel that I want to like have some sort of like new packaging, something cool to just. I don't want to just price increase for no reason. I think that's kind of a cool thing. Like, got some new coming if you're paying more money. And I also am just not in a rush to just shoot it through the roof. I like that probably right now at this price, anybody feels like they can collect a card. It's
Which
not.
is
I don't
great,
think
man.
it's. Yeah.
Especially like you said, if you're dropping a piece a week, and let's say somebody wants all of them, I mean that's $1,000 a month. Like who's got $1,000 a month just to buy WEGS pieces, and they're probably buying other pieces from other artists. It's a lot of
Yeah.
cash.
Yeah. No, it is. It is, and I understand that. And I mean, so no, I'm good. I'm kind of happy with the price range I'm at. I'm moving up a little bit, but keeping it, right around there. And yeah.
I'll be curious to see what it does to your submission numbers. You think they're going to stay the same, go up or down?
Um,
You thought about it at all?
they'll. I would guess they'd stay relatively similar. I think people are going to respect. I think, like you're saying, people are going to respect my price increase. So yeah, I think it'll stay pretty similar.
They better respect it, WEGS.
It
You better
is what it is.
you put some
It's
respect
yeah.
on that price. Now, you're dropping about 25 pieces per drop. You said
Yeah, it's 25. I have had a few drops that are less. I plan to do more of those. I think that's fun. Video game Hall of Fame was a 10 card drop. If you're looking for that one, good luck because that is a hard card to find. So I've heard. Because there's only 10. And then same with the Nike shoe. There's only 15. Good. That was not a hard. It's hard to find.
don't bring up the Nike shoe, WEGS. Let's talk about it. All right, I wasn't even going to go there. Now you went there. Nike shoe. Okay, I talked about this on the weekly review. I love the different variations you had. You had the off-white, you had the Nike boxes in the background, you had all different styles and flavors. And then WEGS, you decided I'm going to throw out a diamond variation, didn't you?
I did. I had a diamond variant in the video. People were very, very excited for that.
Who got the diamond variant? I already know the answer to this question, by the way.
Diamond Joe didn't
Yeah,
receive that.
Diamond. This
Diamond
is what I
Joe.
mean, man. This is why I need a better nickname. Right? Diamond Joe lands the diamond. Okay.
He did land the diamond.
That was sick, by the way, which takes me to the next topic. You've got 25 pieces, sometimes 10, sometimes a shorter run, but you're also pushing out new variants, which means you're retiring other variation. What's going on with it?
Yes. So, I've just been thinking about it for a little while. When I first started, I got like all the like hollows I could find basically, and I was just excited to use them all. They all looked awesome, and they all still are awesome. But through time, I kind of saw what I could create and different things, and I was like, okay, there's my personal opinion, and I've gotten a little bit of feedback from the community that there's just some that are like a little too much going on, and I want everybody to be super happy with what they receive. It would not make me feel great if somebody was super hyped for a drop and then they got a card, and because of the hollow paper, they're upset kind of with it. Like, I don't want that. I know there's probably a couple people that like the variations that I retired, but I just feel that those are going to be better retired. So those variations can be rare. If people have them now, you got a rare variant because I'm not producing it anymore. And I just think it's going to be better to continue on with the other variations that I have. I think that's going to cause for everybody to just be, if you weren't happy with your variant hit, I don't think that'll happen.
Do you have a distinction between your regular variants and your premium variants?
I do.
What are the
Well,
premium ones?
so there's I believe
Diamond.
yes. So
Damn
there's
it.
10 base hollows, and you guys usually know what those are. And then I have rare variants. We're now up to 6 rare variants. There's glow, which is glow in the dark. We have gold, which is normal gold. Then we have diamond. Then we have ultra gold, and then we have and silver too. So that's 5. And then we now have the glass variant. So that's 6 rare variants. out of the 25 cards.
Got it. What's
Yeah.
the best? What's the best of the 6?
I like I'd like to say ultra gold, but now I mean I think it's up to personal opinion. I mean, now I have this glass variant. Maybe that's going to be everybody's top favorite. Who knows? But in my opinion, it'd probably be one of those two. It'd be ultra gold, glass variant, or maybe diamond. I know people love diamond. It is very nice on about every.
You're going
Just
back in the hot seat, Wigs. You ready for it?
well, give it to me.
I've seen some studios. I'm going to shout out ArtMX here. ArtMX is doing something which I think is insanely
Yeah.
awesome. They're putting out, they have a gold border frame. I don't know if you've seen this. If you get the gold border frame piece, and let's say they have a 10-piece drop, one person, so you have a 10% chance of getting the gold frame. If you get the gold frame, you get the comic book size gold frame version of it for free. For free,
Wow.
Legs. Now, here's the question, man. I see this continuously happening in the industry. That people are pushing the limits on the value proposition. We just talked about price point. We talked about new packaging. Most artists, when they go value proposition, go upgraded packaging, upgraded variations, upgraded printer quality and ability to have these levels, like you said, in depth on their pieces. And now I'm starting to see people push the limits on how many pieces you get. You might be able to get 2 for 1. Are you dreaming of things of increasing value proposition to push the limits?
Yes, I am. I have a few different ideas brewing like that. I did not know ArtMX was doing that. That's cool.
It's
That
cool,
is
isn't
a
it?
really cool idea. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like.
it's like, I mean, again, you get a gold frame, like that's not enough. And then you get a bonus piece. I don't know if that's the rich get richer or if it's just cooler or one of the worst variants gets a cool piece. But I love the idea of, and that's why I said, like, what in the box.
Yeah,
There's so many additional bonus elements because it's a surprise when you open it. And when you enhance that moment,
yeah.
it's just a win, right? It's just a
No,
win.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fascinating, man.
No, I know.
So you've retired those variants. You've got the new ones. Are there any other variations coming, or are you set for a short period of time?
There are some other variations coming.
I like the pause. You're like, should I?
Should I? No, I will. Who cares? So I think people know about these variants, but I'll show one. So we got a new this style, which is PMG. I don't know if you've heard of that. Precious metal gem. This would be ruby. But yeah, we got some cool stuff coming. There's some cool stuff coming.
We're talking wigs. So I don't know how people keep stuff like this hush hush, man.
It's not easy. It's not easy. I whenever I have something new, man, I'm excited to share. But might as well share it here, right?
That's right. That's right. So what's some of your favorite recent pieces, man? Something stand out? You're like, that piece should just be retired as one of the pieces of the year. I'm hyped about it.
Well, recent, I would have to also agree that the Nike shoe, I felt I personally crushed. I do love that one. It just came out awesome, and I'm a fan. I'm a big shoe collector. I'm a fan of Nikes and Air Forces, worn them my whole life. So that was a cool piece for me. I thought that was a really awesome.
And I like that you did, because I'll talk about Man of Steel. Man of Steel, what I saw in the different variations, correct me if I'm wrong, the doodles were rainbow color, and then another variation had all blue doodles. By the way, my daughter was secretly, I hope we don't get the all blue one. I don't know why.
Really?
She wanted color. And we got the colorful one, so she was hyped.
Yeah.
You didn't know that. That was the level of distinction that I saw. I didn't examine all the doodles. Maybe there are differences. On the Nike one, it jumps at you. The Nike shoe, it's like, man, you've got writing on the sides. You've got shoe boxes in the background. You've got no shoe boxes and no writing on some. I feel like you're taking also the different
I get where you're going at.
Art styles, right, to different levels, man. I assume this is intentional,
like an
right?
alt art kind of.
Alt art, yeah,
like an alt art. I like to do multiple. So it gets. I mean, with the Nike shoe, you're getting different backgrounds. You're getting different color shoes. You might get the blue shoe. You might get the yellow, green, black. I think that's just all part of the fun. So and then if you maybe you get a different shoe and this guy gets a different shoe, you can build a connection with the community and trade. And I think that's
I'm here
cool.
for it, man. Your variety is getting better, in my opinion, and I love it. The Shohei piece. So I've always said when I look at a piece, I know it's a WEGS piece because like you said, you got a style. Like I look at it, that's a WEGS piece. That one didn't look like a WEGS piece.
Is that right?
You went you went somewhere, and again, you're printing on the cases, which I need to reacclimate myself to WEGS, right? The whole new logo, right? Not your
Changing it
not your
up.
shirtless self, and then you blue and then orange, and now you're going Shohei. I would not have guessed that's a WEGS piece. What was your inspiration for the Shohei piece specifically?
Well, so my inspiration came from. Do you follow baseball at all? Okay, well, I mean, I watched the game that he played where he 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs.
When bananas? Yeah,
Dude, that blew my mind, blew everybody else's mind, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do a Shohei piece. So basically, it was just off that. Did the design like the very next day. Was super. I was like, let's get this going. This
yeah,
needs to
yeah,
be now, right after the game. I had already had the printer, so I wanted to play around and see what I could do, and I was ready to try this glass variant, so I went for it. And I can agree with you. This the doodles portion can be a little more subtle on that one. It's like, and it's also like kind of behind the
yeah,
the
yeah.
ball of fire.
Yep.
And
It's
I
sweet.
don't know. It
You
is a
misinterpret what
different
I'm
style.
saying.
It
It's
definitely is a different
sweet.
style.
But to your point, you're getting more on that piece. It was a bit more discreet with the doodles, and I almost liked it more.
Is that right?
I think so because I don't know, man. Because different pieces are different things. Like the Nike shoe, the doodles blended in more to me, which I also loved. And the Superman piece, the doodles popped out more, which I love. Like it just depends the piece, but I really think you're doing a great job of balancing when to really bring the doodles to the forefront and when to make them sort of an afterthought on the piece. The Shohei, I thought, I don't want to say an afterthought, but they're
No, but
more
like a
disguised.
more, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're less overt. And I think you're doing an incredible job, man, of balancing it with the art. Because when I saw your first few pieces in June, the doodles kind of smacked me in the face. And I'm not a doodle guy inherently. I'm not like, oh, I love doodles. It's a weird thing for me
Yeah.
to say as a grown man.
No, I understand. I mean, that's just, yeah, that's what I call it. I don't know what else to call
Yeah,
it.
but
Doodles. Yeah.
but the way you're doing it is epic, man. I mean, I give you
Thank you.
genuinely a round of applause because I think artistically, I think your style is really taking on new levels, not only with your
Thank you.
printing but actually your artistic concepts. I think it's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm having fun with it. And that's cool to be able to see what I can do. Maybe keep it in the back, bring it in the front, do different things. So some people like that, some people like this. You're getting all different styles from me.
Now you sit down after you watch Otani absolutely go berserk. How long does it take you to bang that piece out?
So usually if I want to do a design, so I'm drawing on my iPad. Everything's hand drawn. That's how I've always done it. So I get down, start drawing on my iPad. It usually takes me a day of work, which is 8-10 hours.
Okay.
So I'll sit there and take a day to do the design. Usually that's about.
Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Piece of cake. What's next for you, man? Any major pieces coming we should talk about?
I do have, so for anybody watching that's excited for any more series or waiting on a series, so I started a color series. I have the next color coming soon. I'm not going to say which color. The next color is coming here real soon. I have the next Kings of Sports, next Kings of Sports for that series coming here real soon. Yeah.
Are
So
these
other
already
than that,
done or are you just planned?
just work, planned.
Okay. Any pieces done that you're sitting on?
I have, one piece, but I'm going to keep that one a surprise.
I love watching you think it through, man.
It's real time. Like,
Yeah.
share a lot. Some stuff's a secret. Some stuff's not. It all depends.
So you got started with an epic collab, like you said. Since then, though, how many collabs have you had?
Well, it's actually really mostly just been me and Kix. We've done 3 collabs, and that was mostly towards the beginning. And then since then, I've been running with it myself. Yeah.
You gonna
But
do any more collabs? You talking to
I
chicks
am
these days?
I am open to collabs if somebody wants to collab. I've always just been in my own zone working.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when people reach out to me, like I'm always open for a collab. So whatever people got coming my way, or I mean, if I do see an opportunity, man, I'll reach out and see what's available. But yeah, all depends.
Back in the hot seat.
Let's do it.
What's your dream collab? What studio right now stands out to you that you're like, that work would go so great with a couple doodles on?
That is a very good question.
Thank you.
I don't know. That's a great question, man. They all stand out to me in their own way.
Any studio doing something that you just are admiring from afar? You're like, man, that's sweet. I'm watching Kurt's weekly reviews while I'm kicking my feet up on the beach. I've seen you vacationing in hot spots on your IG.
Yeah.
Watching weekly review, and you're like, man, that studio smashes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'd have to say, so I'm always, like I said, I'm always impressed with what Kix has going on.
He's crushing right now.
inspired me, and he's always willing to help me too, which I appreciate. Whenever I reach out, always willing to help. And I do think Glue Trap is doing a great job with his 3D pieces. So I don't know. I'm pretty impressed with what I see different people do.
Yeah, Glue's 3D work is sweet.
Yep.
Sweet. Now, you are doing so much, man. This is my final question. We're going to get you on your way. We talked about the boxes. We talked about the printing. We talked about your concept. We talked about the doodles being in the forefront or the background. All these different alt arts, all these things, different variations, some retired variations, 25 print runs, 10 print runs, so much. But what do you ultimately want for your collector base? When you think about it and you're like, this is my vision for my collector base, what is it?
Well, like we said, one of the things that I think is super cool about my art compared to, I guess, a lot of other people is I think that my art can really speak to like everybody. Like you'd speak to the older generation, younger generation, me, you, your daughters. Like it can be fun for everybody. And so in that way, I want to build this community of like people who can have fun, trade, grow, like enjoy. I want my collectors to feel like they are getting nothing but the best from the WEGS studio. When they spend their money, I want them to feel that everything is of the best quality, whether it's the card, the packaging, my personal communication, my feedback and understanding of what I'm seeing in the community and how I can bounce and adapt in different ways. Like how I felt those variations weren't doing well and weren't getting the greatest feedback, so we're vaulting them. I don't want people to sit there and be unhappy. So I just want to build the best. I want to build something that people can get their pieces and value and cherish and look back and be like, look what I have, look what I held on to, and look at the value it's grown as the WEG studio has grown and what it's become, and we've all grown together, and I want them to feel like they're a part of it with me. I don't want them to feel like I'm a mystery or this anything is they don't know what's going on. So it's I just want to build a community that we can all grow together and have fun with this basically, and get that childlike nostalgia that it's kind of hard to get it nowadays as we're growing up and life is getting tough.
It's harder at my age than your age, Wigs.
Exactly, and so I hope I can bring that to you every once in a while, and all the other collectors.
I don't like that you put us in two different categories. You're like
No,
people like me and people like you.
I just said me and you. That's not. We're just two different people.
Right, two different people. Love it. Is there anything else you want to leave us with today, my friend?
If I just want to leave, I just that I have a lot of good stuff coming, and just be ready because we're hitting the ground running, and it's only going to get better and better from here.
I think you have a fantastic community. I think your vision of what you want, I think you already have. And I think what you're doing is only going to make it better, my friend. Love having you on. Love what you're doing. You're welcome back anytime, of course, man. But let's stay in touch.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Start calling me like Diamond or Glass Kurt, all right? When you start thinking about what variations to send.
Glass Kurt, gotcha.
Hey, my friend, we'll talk soon.
Sounds good, brother.
Out here. Until next time, stay sharp, chase smart.